this person has O blood. So I just want to point that out. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure what is going on with the stream where it keeps muting itself. But for those on the live, I was pointing out that a friend of mine would like you to yeah. Well, a friend of mine would like
You
you
kindly help our
to
family.
kindly help our family. They would prefer to remain anonymous because doesn't want people to know that she's going through some medical problems. But they would like
help
in having O negative blood donated to that family. If you're interested in donating blood, contact me through my socials. If you just put in Arisha, my socials would pop up. So Arisha on Facebook, you could message me on Facebook. You could even probably comment under this live and I'll find you. But if you're interested in making donations this morning, please let me know.
Um, in addition to that, you should like generally just go and donate some blood. Instead of like waiting for a need.
But it's good to know your blood type.
That
You know?
too.
It's good to know your blood type. I know yours, Christal, know yours,
I
blah, blah,
remember.
blah, but also you should know this because you don't want to receive the wrong type of blood if you're conscious, first of all, and secondly, in terms of donation, you know when the appeal goes out if you're able to donate or not.
Okay.
I wonder if the echo stopped. I
think
don't
I
know why
fixed
the
it.
live fighting us this morning.
I think
Okay, great.
I think so. You guys would let me know. Let us know. Sorry.
So, Doc, how was your
My weekend, I tell you, rain. And I went to a funeral on Saturday. I got down there late. Really wonderful lady. In fact,
Sorry, what?
in Chateaubriand, but there's some recent deaths. 5 very close persons to me, and all maybe in the Chateaubriand, Peterborough area, and it's sad. It's sad. So I'll be down there quite frequently, and Harry, you say you're from the Leeward side, right?
from Kittles?
From Kittels, yes, the Leeward.
Urban
side,
Leeward.
yes, yeah. Urban Leeward. Yeah, you're
Still
switching this
Leeward.
time, right? Last time you say you're from Leeward.
Yes, Urban
Alright.
Leeward and Leeward. Once you pass.
I thought Lomans.
It's South Leeward. It is
don't
South
try
Leeward. It is
don't
South
do
Leeward. But
it,
I like to say Urban Leeward.
But I see things have been shifting because of people's living habits down in Pembroke and all that kind of
Yes,
things.
Pembroke counts as
Hotel,
Urban Leeward as well.
Sandals Hotel,
Yeah,
so
Sandals
the
right
beaches.
in
Yeah,
in
you're right.
Yeah.
You guys are so specific. Urban Leeward.
Like you come from Glyn.
No. Pronounce it properly. Glenn.
Glyn. But
Because really, girl,
Doc,
I'm a skinny,
Yes.
we've spoken about Ukraine and we've spoken about Hamas. And first this morning to touch on what's happening in the Republic of Congo.
Mm,
Because it's a serious issue that has been going on.
yeah.
We are.
So if you don't mind, sorry. Both myself and Chris. Sure.
You know something? You really should start off. Everyone should really start off in the 1800s with what was known as the Scramble for Africa.
Okay, that I'm
The
familiar with.
Scramble for Africa.
That's far back.
With Belgium
Well, put it this way.
and France.
Put this. No. Germany, Britain,
Germany.
France,
Yes.
Spain, a number of different European countries would have sat down in Germany and divided up things. And you could say they threw the Congo to Belgium. At the time, there was King Leopold III. This was, I got to say this on radio. Can I say this? It was a wicked son of a bitch. You understand? I'm not able to say that. But I said it. I said it. Let me take it back. Zip it out.
Oh.
We're live.
I know we're live.
Okay, all right. Let's move on. Let's move
But
on.
I had to say that this was a wicked individual. But you got to know that the way the British didn't really want the Congo, they wanted a number of other places, Nigeria and South Africa. They wanted a hopping point on their way to India.
Mm-hmm.
The French wanted certain countries. The Germans got certain countries, the Cameroons and so forth and all that kind of thing. But the Congo, a certain part of the Congo, there's several other Congos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some got by the French, some by the Germans, and this particular Congo, large area that that Belgium got. Now they hired a guy named Stanley, the explorer. Do you know? Have you heard of Livingstone? Stanley found Livingstone. Have you heard of that story? There was a missionary called Livingstone who got lost. And the press in England was, where is Livingstone? Where? And Stanley went and found him. Mm. And he came back a hero, like having found it. But then people found out his tactics. He was also ruthless. And he kind of went out of favor. But the Belgian king hired him to explore the Congo. And he discovered where the Congo River originated. The Belgium exploited the Congo for its rubber, for its resources. And all these things went to the capital of the Congo at the time, spelled with a K, was called Leopoldville, named after Leopold III, right? That used to be. Eventually, its name will be changed to Kinshasa. Yes, Sam? Mm-hmm. This capital Leopoldville will be changed to Kinshasa. But during the years, the exploitation forced a lot of people to go rural. The Congo is one of those countries where even though Kinshasa has 17 million people, you got to understand that a lot of people went rural. Imagine people leaving town and going to Fancy and Chateaubriand and Kittels and so forth to live because of the repression and the taxes and the penalties and all this kind of stuff. It was phenomenal. So that what I'm trying to get is that a lot of these places weren't so well developed. Roads, infrastructure. The Belgium didn't do nothing. They had some railways and so forth, but hardly any roads. Long and short of it is that there was a lot of tribal divisions in Belgium, different segments. And there was an area that started fending for themselves, where the wealthy were living. And they basically, But during the time of independence in the 1960s, a lot of the Belgians who were, let's say, public servants left In those years, almost 2/3 of the people employed in government were from Belgium citizens. And when they left the country because of unrest, it left the country in a state of lack of governance.
So that is what I really wanted
Yes.
to come out this morning.
Yeah.
That after independence and the persons from Belgium left,
Yeah.
that they left the Republic of Congo to fend for themselves. Now there are two Congos, right?
There's also another Congo, which is the Republic of Congo, which was originally French. You know what I mean? And they are more coastal. They are west of the Democratic Republic of Congo.
And the difference is, the main difference between the two of them is the French didn't just pack up and leave. The French left them with a constitution. So you'd see more order, if I'm permitted to say that, in that Congo. But in the current Congo, they had a number of issues, especially the tribal disputes and the war with Rwanda, correct?
Well, before war with Rwanda, you got to know that a president came on stream called Mobutu. He visited St. Vincent. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Huh?
Did
you know
Was that this year?
President Mobutu visited St. Vincent in about 1997.
A shame.
James,
I know that there was somebody who visited this year.
Yes. No, I may be wrong. Maybe Mobutu didn't. Sorry, let me take that back. Mobutu didn't visit. Jammeh visited St. Vincent. President Jammeh of Gambia. Gambia is another country of DR, but further north. But during the I call the African Holocaust between the Tutsis and the Hutu, where almost 1 million Tutsis got slaughtered, right? A lot of them went over into the Congo. And eventually, they would organize, and with the help of Mobutu and so forth, they'll be able to kind of get back at Rwanda and so on, take over. Situation you mentioned the war between in 1993, where almost 1 million Tutsis got killed in tribal dispute.
Yep.
It will go down in history.
Yeah.
And it was then afterwards that then they had the conflict between Rwanda and that of the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yeah, so it's very important to note the genocide that happened to that specific group of people, because almost 1 million,
900,000.
if 900,000 persons were murdered in the Caribbean, what would happen? Think about that.
Let's take a call. Hello, good morning. Oops, sorry about that.
So because in the interest of time, I just want to fast forward to the main issues today.
What is existing there?
The Congo mines cobalt. Cobalt is what powers batteries in our tech today, our cell phones, our cars, etc. So you know how important it is. The area also has titanium, copper, diamond, and gold.
Yes.
So over the past few years, violence by armed groups have worsened over ethnic divisions that we spoke about because of the high number of tribes, a large amount of tribes in the region. So in May 2022, 100 people were killed in a string of brutal attacks. And I'm pretty sure if you Google it, BBC, CNN, there are pictures of those bodies, some mothers with their infants dead, some people decapitated. And 6 million people have been killed in the conflict, and others have fled the region. Maybe went to the north, maybe went to the south. But the key players are the rebel groups, the government in the Congo, and Rwanda. So it's Rwanda versus DRC. In 2021, military rule was imposed to appease the unrest, and the UN got involved. Kenya offered to host peace talks and ceasefire, but they've been met with pushback. Doesn't seem like the rebel forces want peace. And here we are today. I don't know if
they want problems.
Always.
But I want to just add something. what may happen in DR, whether the rebels take over or what, it's what's happening in the rest of Africa. That over the last 3 years, there has been so many coups d'etats, right? In Gabon, Niger, Burkina Faso, Sudan, Guinea, Chad, and Mali.
I've always wondered what's the pronunciation of that. I always said Burkina Faso. It's okay. I like talking to you now because I always learn something.
Okay.
Sorry for cutting you off.
All right. Yes, and it is a sad time for Africa. But especially over the last 3 years, since the pandemic, they're saying GDP in a number of these countries have dropped by 50%. There is corruption of the highest order. Plus, there is issues of security. Like in Nigeria, the Islamists, jihadists, and so forth have been looking to take over. So it's a big problem, and I'm not sure really what will happen with the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's a very large country.
Very. Second largest, right?
Probably, yes, probably second largest. Not sure if it's second largest behind Nigeria or no, second largest behind Liberia or Libya, one of them places.
The call's coming through. Let's take it. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning. I love when Dr. Gerald Thompson, as a politician, et al., all his credentials and all of that. I like when he speaks like this. All of us will have our disagreements when it comes to the raw politics of this country. But when I hear him speak like this, I feel I can listen to him, and you guys as younger people have a lot to learn from him. But somebody like me now, around his, him being around my time and what's that, I know him well. Because I won't let him get away with anything that he's not correct with. But because when I heard him speaking about whose name you call as the African leader, I was puzzled.
I did miss it, but I meant Jammeh.
Okay,
President
yes.
Jammeh, yeah.
And before Jammeh came, well, I should ask you,
Kawunda.
you should know who was the first African leader to come here. Very important African leader at the time against apartheid and all of that.
Kawunda, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Dr. Kenneth Kawunda.
Yeah.
And as you say that, I remember that that part of Africa that the white man take ownership of Rhodesia, right? North and south. Zambia to the north and Zimbabwe to the south, if my memory serves me well. Okay, and sometimes when I hear these stories, I could understand and appreciate why black people still have to suffer eternally, I would say, with how the white man, moved into that continent and created all of this mess and so on. So, I mean, I know I have to say this because I know people out there, although I don't take them on, don't like. Some of them have said some, negative things about you and I in our exchange on the radio and so on. I know that. I'm aware of that. I know politics. I'm not a politician, so I'm looking for the political support. I just want us to be uplifted, educated, elevated, and all of that, in a world at this time, which is so filled with war. Bob Marley sang about the war too, So I just think I had to say that and wish and hope that we can do all within our power. Those of us like Dr. Thompson there with all what he has to offer. I remember telling, and he can attest to this.
I have
remember
to cut you off here a bit, Dave, because we've run out of time. So we have to,
Okay,
we
thanks,
have a
God.
sponsored
All right, no
segment
problem.
coming up with quotes. We're going to break now and we'll come back and you'll hear from quotes. And after that, we'll continue our discussions this morning. So right now, we're going to pay some bills and come back.